GoofyBuilt chain coming up.
All right, so Monday back at the shop. Saturday was a great day. Chachi and I came in, picked up all the goods. So got a nice, somewhat clean workshop. I've already gone back to it and been working away at stuff. Still, you know, Steven's doing cages and stuff. He's got a lot going on. I didn't want to push anything out and mess with his program. So I cleaned up what I did, got it all tidied up. I got the stuff for this D16, this D series here. So I need to stack this motor. They're off. And then, you know, Jamie's car was just here. They headed off to the frame rack. They're going to see how things go. Spoilers are on GoofyBuilt's channel. We got a wing. We got to fit up the stock wing onto the Freedom Civic so we can put that wing we've had for the Freedom Civic on the Freedom Civic. Just got a lot of stuff going on every direction. Kicking butt though. Super excited. Still got to stack the motor together for that one. And then I think we were going to redo the wiring harness in that as well. Just try and go through and fix all the bugs and button everything up. So rock on.
All right, guys, so it's freaking hype. It's huge. It's hype. I'm hype. We're all hype. So they're off, I think, at a frame rack. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure they're off at a frame rack. I'm coming over here to grab the heat gun because the heat shrink, the looming just showed up. So I'm gonna drop out and do all the engine bay lengths. I'm gonna loom them up. I'm gonna heat shrink them, heat it all down, get it all nice and tidy, and then I'm gonna loom it up and then just heat shrink again the ends of those to tighten up the loom. But we got some stuff. All right, so we got the stuff. It's gonna look so good. I'm pumped up for this green looming. We've already kind of got some lengths going on. Started with this side over here. We're doing the pressure sensors right now, and then we have to tie in the wideband and the cam and crank sensor to that stuff. So getting this all dialed in, and we'll just keep knocking it out. We'll see how it goes. We'll let you know. You'll see. This is we're doing it here first. So right now we're working on the driver's side of the engine harness. This is the cam and crank sensor, back pressure, and the wideband. We're going to come down here, and then we'll have our other pressure sensor that I've got right there. It's the dome pressure sensor is right there. That one is right here. I need to go ahead, put the green goods on it, and just keep rocking. We're knocking this thing out. We're going to start on this side, then we're going to do this side, work our way to the firewall. Firewall plug should be here tomorrow or something, and then we can start pinning that out and figuring that out. And man, this is just crazy. This is crazy cool. I think last time I talked about it, I was somewhere in there. But they do know I'm working on the driver's side right now. It's hot right there, my man. I'm preheating the oven. I'm about to do this one.
Dude, the audience just got cooked.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, dude, how do you like your fancy loom so far?
I'm freaking in love. This thing is gonna look so good. We're going a little overboard, but the harness deserved it. The car deserved it. I deserved it, dude. Then we gotta string it tight. He wants it tight. Getting blasted in the face. I'm gonna go back on. Then I'm gonna swing tight. And then I'm gonna come down. Like there. And then coming, should be here probably tomorrow. I've got a bunch of 12-pin boots. So I'll be able to put a boot on the end of this, pin it out, all the wires just disappear into the boot.
Nice.
Yeah, so start with that wire, put it into the connector, put the boot on, connect it. Dude, sick.
Beautiful.
This is beautiful. Oh, frickety rickety right. So we have made so much progress. And not even just out here, in the car as well. So let's check it out. Let's grab my flashlight real quick so you can see better. All right. So we've got those ones there. Boots coming off a little bit, but starter's down there. The fan wires are going down there. They're not plugged in or nothing, but they've got plenty of length to go to the fan. So we got our starter. Got our starter, our fan, coolant pressure, and the engine coolant temp sensor. And then we go down there. We got our TPS right there, coming out of the harness. Goes up underneath the shift cables. Right there. Comes out into 2 Ys over here. Branches to the fuel pressure and the engine coolant temp or intake air temp sensor. Goes all the way up, and that's where I'm gonna have the bulkhead right there. So we got that wire, that bundle of wires, and that bundle of wires, both right there. We've got this speed sensor and the boost controller that loop over, tie in right there. So they'll go in over here. We got our cam and crank sensor down there. We've got our dome pressure as our back pressure, as well as the wideband coming up. We got our dome pressure right there. We got our oil pressure right there. Going back, our coils are going to be there and our injectors are going to be there, but those are the only 2 pieces left that I have not done yet of the engine harness. So we'll tie in the coils and the injectors here soon. Coming back here inside the car, we got the tail lights. I need to do the ground, but we got the tail lights on, ran up to there. That's where I stopped because I need to, underneath, I have my alternator and my speed sensor. So I need to run those over, out the floor right over there. And then I'm gonna connect the looming and everything right there, go across. I have, so there's those wires in the corner. That's a underglow light. And then I have those wires right there. They got painted, they're white, you can barely see them. Right next to the blue tube. Those wires are the other underglow light, so it's gonna come across, go to those. Those will both plug in, and then it'll go up to the front. And then that's where I had the blinkers and everything. It was on the passenger, the driver's side, kind of hanging before. So we'll have to change up and see how we're gonna do that one. But it's gonna be so much better, so much nicer. The wires up there look a little crazy right now, but we're working on it. Definitely making some super good progress. I'm trying to get all the way up to the front so that when I start doing relays and figuring out everything that's going to go into the ECU, that it's like I'm not putting a bunch of stuff on the bulkhead that actually needed to go to relays or needed to go to the back of the car or anything. So it's all going to be to the front, and then we're going to figure it all out at the front, the ECU to everything else. So I know the ECU is going to have to go into some relays and then back out to the bay as well as back, but it shouldn't be too crazy, shouldn't be too hectic. We should be able to figure it all out. Chachi and I have been looking at all kinds of hose, I'm brain farting, hose separators. So We've been looking at hose, the floating and the fixed hose separators, trying to find different ways to tie all this stuff down, the wire harness, as well as my fuel lines underneath the car and the everything else underneath the car, and just make it all nice and perfect. And I'm super stoked. So we've been going really, really hard. The car is looking freaking sick. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this side skirt here. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave it just how it is, or if I'm going to chop it right there and fit up my 4.5 inches. So those are 4 inch. These are 4.5 inches. The car is sitting a little high right now. I would really honestly like 5 inches, but I'm probably going to cut it right there, right at the bottom of the door, right above, you know, right along that line. Slice it. So this will fit up flat with the bottom of the door. I can show you a little better on the passenger side. But I was thinking about, we painted the cage and did all that work, and I didn't add window latches. So this side, I have the fender unbolted right here, so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's go 0.5. Let's put you back here. Let's see if we can put you like in a really good spot so you can really see the whole car. Okay, I can't kick the side skirt because you're on that one, but so we gotta push the fender forward, tuck this up behind it, and we were thinking just flush with the bottom of the car here. Fender's really holding me out right now. I wasn't doing this the other day when I was trying to show Donno. There you go. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's because I got the car in the air now. It was not in the air before. Yeah, so something like that. I think it would look really good. We would trim the bottom of the fender here so that the side skirt could just poke up in, as well as I'm working on getting the lower fender cutouts. Yeah, it's a process, but we're trying to get the front end fitting nicer, as well as the wires, the car, everything just looking and being better and nicer. And Preston over at Garages has the whole entire hot parts kit right now, and he's Cerakoting, killing it. I can't wait to see that. So everything's coming together for the CRX. It's been about damn time, you know what I'm saying? These doors have been sitting around waiting for me to put them on. I've talked about it 110 times, and I finally just said, you know what, we're gonna knock it out. So I do need to go ahead and repair that passenger one. Well, kind of. I'm not really gonna repair it. I'm gonna make big washer sandwiching plates, big backing plates, so that the hinge has a lot more meat to bolt to, rather than just the fiberglass. This side I still need to do. This side is just bolts and nuts on the fiberglass. And I mean, it opens and closes really nice. It comes on and off the hinges really nice, because it is quick release. But I just want that peace of mind knowing that I got a nice backing plate, and then this one potentially won't rip off again like the other one did, you know, 15 years ago. These are 25-year-old doors. They're off the Chad, obviously. And the Chad was retired around 2001, 2002, but these doors are around from 1998 when I was born. That's kind of the era they're from. There's a few little blemishes, holes here and there. We'll have to fill her and take care of, but it's nothing crazy. I'm super stoked to run this, and it looks so much better all around. Like the gap here with the stock door used to have this used to sit way out further, and even I don't know if it's because of the body kit or what, but it just sits so much better with this door. Oh, I love it. It looks so good. And I know it's not closed all the way. I need to adjust my latch, as well as this paper is holding it out. So we're working on all that stuff, but the car is coming along so freaking good. Looks so much better. I know I've got some things to fix and take care of, but we're working on it, and slowly but surely everything is going to come together on this thing. I'm pumped up. It looks so good. Oh, riggedy right. So next step, the injectors. So we've got primaries, secondaries, all the jazz here, all 8. You reach where they go. That's it. So 2 purples and 2 blues on each side. This come down underneath the manifold. Trying to decide right now if I'm gonna stick So trying to decide right now if I'm gonna stick. So I have the shielded 3-wire. It's that gray one right there. I have this shielded 3-wire. I could stick it through this brake hole right here on both sides, and then on this side loom it with the injectors. On this side, probably, since I'm right here, just add a little bit, add another heat shrink right on the end here where it connects, since it'll just be coming out of there right there. Maybe just jockey it over real quick or tag it into the coils or something. But I mean, it is itself even, but trying to decide that. And then I've got to do a couple other things, little things. I'm thinking about just throwing a wire in for VTEC so it's there, having the relay and everything already there. Just trying to nail everything down. All right, so I put a piece of 1-inch connecting these two because I was looking over things, and these two powers are gonna go together to go to 1 pin. These two grounds are gonna go together to go to 1 pin. These are all inputs, these are all sensors, so these are gonna be 1 plug on their own. This is the wideband. This 5-volt and this 5-volt are gonna go together for 1 pin, and then these are triggers, and this is, oh, this is, okay, this ground and this ground are gonna go together. That one, the other one is gonna be by itself. This one.
All right, well, Shane thinks it sits too high because he's used to those big, tall side skirts.
I mean, I have 4 skirts. Steven and Jamie have 5-inch skirts. The thing, my car already sat higher, or
Yeah,
technically lower to sit at the same ride height with the 4-inch skirts.
But it looks so good. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what people think, but.
Yeah, I'm ready to just chop it right here, dude.
Oh, he's going to chop it.
They're only $200. I can buy another set.
You guys don't understand how light these are. You can feel it right when you open the.
Josh and I we were looking. I got another set. $200. Then I can do it again if I want. This is what we've got going on here. So starting down here with the wideband and back pressure. Then we got cam and crank. Come up here. We got some other pressure sensors. This is from the other side. So this is our intake air temp and our fuel pressure. This is our coolant pressure and our engine coolant temp sensor. We also have a speed sensor dangling here. This right here is our starter. It's the little starter wire right there. This over here is a fan switch. TPS. This is 3-wire 5-volt signal ground for the shock travel. Our injectors right here. These are 4 of them. We got another 4 right here. So that's all 8. We've got right here's oil pressure, VTEC, or no, yeah, oil pressure, and then coolant pressure. Or no, that's actually the other way. Well, this is back dome pressure, oil pressure, and our boost controller. Work our way down into this. This needs heat shrink, but I'm working on putting plugs on everything and figuring out where everything's going. So I just put the coils into here, and this is 4 outputs. So 4 outputs for the coils, 8 outputs for the injectors. I'm gonna put all 12 of those wires in a plug because the firewall plug showed up. So I've got the bulkhead here. This is what we're rocking with. I like this a lot. So different colors, different locks. They can't plug into each other. This one locks on both corners. This one locks on these 2 corners. That one locks on that corner and that corner. And then this one locks on that corner and that corner. So they can't be plugged in backwards. Super stoked for this. This looks sick. And gonna be getting this thing going in just a jiff. So freaking yeah, I'm pumped up for that. I've got this all kind of sorted. So right here, this is my injectors and then some other extra stuff. The boost control as well as the starter and the fan. So I've got that here. This one is the VTEC wire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take most of the extra stuff, the boost control, the boost control, the starter, the fan, put it over here. Probably run that stuff in like an extras plug kind of thing on the side. We'll have the 12 from the injectors and the coils all going into one. We'll count them all out. We got 48 pins to nail it down, and we'll let you know what we figure out. Dude, that's how I feel right now. So we got our length set up. This is a ground for the fan still. I haven't figured out what I want to do with it. I'm just gonna ground it. I'm lying to you. So this is our engine harness. I know I need to heat shrink this one. I need to heat shrink this one, but I haven't figured out. This is for the coils. I know the coils are going to be under there, and they're going to be a lot shorter. And so I haven't dialed that in yet because they're all the way out to here, and they probably will be like back to here. So still have to do the coils. The EGTs over here, we got to figure out the length of that and do those. And then we've got on both sides our shock travel sensors. So those aren't wired, but those will be 5 volts and sensor ground and signal. The signals are all over here. Sensor grounds are all to this one right here. This one goes to the ECU into the battery. Yeah. Just like Fuel Tech did it. Yeah. Injectors, everything's on here. Woo, doggy. So we're making our way through the thing. We still got to figure out the inside of the car. We got the taillights done up to the back of the car. I got it jacked up in the back right now to figure out underneath. I'm working on the speed sensor and the alternator to the corner there, like you guys saw in the last, or a little bit ago, I think. And yeah, so just trucking along, kicking butt. Once we're done with these plugs here, we'll be able to plug the engine harness in and up. And I need to get coil plugs because these are IG1A smart coils, not K coils. So that's why I don't have plugs on here either, because I don't have plugs and pins yet. So I've got to do those few things, figure out some mounts for the sensor and other stuff that's not tape, but that's where stuff's going to go, and I'm going to love it. It's going to be epic. Can't wait to get this thing back together. Can't wait. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, download. This is GoofyBuilt, and peace out.